Thank God for Jamie Rayner. Welcome back to another video. It's Bradford City return list reaction. Let me know your thoughts on the return list in the comments down below. Like the video if you do go on to so, and subscribe if you're new. 10 subscribers away from 400. Massively appreciate all the support we've gained in the last couple of months. Can we hit 400 before the start of next season? Loads of content planned for May, but then obviously there's the signings reactions and contract reactions as well, because the return list is one thing, but nothing's ever set in stone. But one thing that we have learned in the last hour from Graham Alexander's interview with the BBC Radio Leeds with Jamie Rayner, if you haven't watched it, go and give it a listen. It's 20 minutes long, talking about the recruitment, a slight talk about the recruitment in the summer. I ain't going to give too much away, but mainly talking about the return list. He did talk about Noah Wadsworth, and he just give a bit of a clear picture for us fans who were slightly confused about it. I did record my video previous to this one as well, but the flipping TalkSport thing happened again. I don't know what's going on with it, but and I've checked. I'm definitely speaking with my normal voice right now, so that's fine. So we'll get straight into it then with the players who have been released by Bradford City from the 23-24 Bradford City League 2 season. Dylan Mjumbe has been released. Finn Cousin-Dawson, Harry Chapman, Harvey Rowe, Heath Richardson, Isaac Robinson, Liam Rideout, Luke Hendry, Matt Derbyshire, Noah Wadsworth, Sam Bentley, all released. Club have activated an option to extend the contracts of Bobby Poynton and Brad Halliday. I'll get into them in more depth later from the Alexander interview, that give me a bit more of an understanding. The following players triggered clauses during the season to automatically extend their contracts for a further season, which is Richie Smallwood and Sam Stubbs, who I did have as a release player 2 days ago. And the following players who have been offered new terms with the club are Colin Doyle, Jamie Walker and Matty Platt. Right, let's get into the release players then. So I'm going to go straight in with all the young players and wrap it up as quick as I can. Dylan Mjumbe, wish him the best of luck. Didn't work out. Is there a pathway for him? No. Is he good enough now? No. Will he be good enough? We'll have to wait and see. Could he have been given another year on loan? Maybe, but what's it gaining if we don't have full belief in him? I wish him the best of luck in his future career as a footballer. Finn Cousin-Dawson, 22, 23 years of age, had a good spell at Blythe Spartans. Is he good enough for Bradford City? At this moment in time, no. Is he going to develop to be good enough for Bradford City? Probably not, considering he's been playing National League North. Be a good signing for anyone at the bottom end of National League. Top end National League North, I feel like that's probably his level at the minute, and he can develop maybe into the top end National League, bottom end of League 2, but we're aspiring to be in League 1. It's a shame it hasn't worked out. His potential's been very high when he first came onto the scene at Bradford City, hadn't reached that, and it's a shame it hasn't worked out. Harvey Rowe hasn't really worked out, haven't seen enough from him. Wish him the very best for his future. Heath Richardson, the third choice Bradford City goalkeeper. Has he reached his potential? Probably not. Is he going to reach this level? No. Wish him the very best of luck. Isaac Robinson, can't say I know an awful lot about Isaac, to be honest with you, but he hasn't been retained. Could we give him another year? Probably, and a loan, but we haven't decided that he's good enough. So I wish him the very best of luck in his career. Same goes for Sam Bentley. Again, don't know a lot about him. I think he won the Academy Player of the Year last year. Hasn't really been involved in the matchday squad, and hasn't had a loan either, I don't think. So shame he hasn't really been given any opportunities. Could he have had another year and try and get him out on loan? Yes, and I think that's what we probably should have looked to do with a couple of them, to be honest, but haven't been deemed good enough. Wish him the best of luck in his future. And then the big one is Noah Wadsworth. Now, this is a massive shock. I don't know why we've done it. I've listened to Alexander, and it sounds worse why we've released him, listening to him. When I listen to him and I'm trying to understand why he's got rid of so many young players and not really give them that extra year to see what they've got, it seems like he's so driven on now. Now. We need players now. We need players who are good enough now to contribute now, otherwise they're not good enough. But and he said, I like him, I wanted to give him a contract, I think he's a good player, I hope he proves me wrong, I think he can prove me wrong, and hopefully it gives him a reaction. He's definitely got good qualities. Oh, Alexander's going mad at me. I think it's Wadsworth saying, get me on the channel, I need a new job. But I don't even know if you could hear it, but my phone beeped. But if he's saying how much he likes him and he's got qualities, then why release him? Came on against Harrogate, looked very good. and he had good composure on the ball, can play left centre back, left wing back, and in midfield. Maybe other areas as well. You know, he can play as a 6 and an 8 in midfield. He's got the energy to do it. Good tackler as well, like I say, composed on the ball. Really impressed with him. And I thought next season it could be a breakthrough. But if it didn't, let him go out on loan. And I feel like he's too obsessed with you've got to be good enough now. What about patience? What about give young players a chance? What about let them find a way into a team by getting loan spells? The thing is, with Bobby Poynton last year, did you really know about Bobby Poynton? We all heard the name Bobby Poynton because he was this, you know, star boy in the academy who was doing well there. But he didn't really have a good loan at Farsley. I think he had a bad injury. Came in the pre-season. You know, he got his year extension, but we didn't think too much of it, really. And he did really well in pre-season. And who's to say Sam Bentley couldn't have done really well in pre-season? Nor Wadsworth couldn't have done really well in pre-season. And then starts the first couple of games of the season, and then he becomes the Bobby Poynton. Bobby Poynton who we're delighted signed a new contract and could go on to bigger and better things from Bradford City because he's one of our own. We've nurtured him, we've developed him. Couldn't we have tried to do that with Noah Wadsworth? If Alexander's saying there's just one thing where it is, well, try and develop that into him. You know, try and make him good enough for now. And he don't have to be good enough now. Next season. Not next season, but the 25-26 season, he could have been good enough then. 26-27 season. You've got time on your side with young players. Let him try and convince you. Let him try and, turn that thoughts around on them. Don't just write them off. I think we've been too quick to write some of these off, but I agree with some of them. But Noah Wadsworth, certainly, I feel like that's a big mistake, and I feel like we've wrote him off too soon. And I hope he goes and proves us wrong, but at the same time, it would look foolish. And I feel like Alexander saying that just makes me think, well, if you think he can prove you wrong, then why get rid of him? Why not loan him to the National League where he'll probably end up being signed? So I think that's a pretty poor decision, and the only one I really disagree with, as you can probably tell by me ranting about it. It's not massive, but as a young player, you just want to see them develop into a team, not just get rid of them at the first opportunity that you can. But he did say he decided at the last day that he possibly could. Matt Derbyshire has been released by the football club permanently. He's not going to be a coach. I don't know what that means for him as a coach, because the fact that we give him the chance and we don't think he's good enough, because clearly he mustn't be, unless he's decided that he's going into other things. Because I do know that he was running a coaching academy with targeting more youngsters, with another ex-pro, if I could speak English, and he's probably focusing on that maybe. I think that's probably him retiring. I can't see him playing professional football anywhere, to be honest with you, because he ain't good enough. But yeah, we'll see where Matt Derbyshire ends up. But over his spell at City, brilliant goal against Stevenage. Came on against Carlisle, scored what could have been a big goal if Mark Hughes, didn't do that substitution. But yeah, that's all I'll be remembered for. But it's not bad, but yeah, he won't be. Luke Hendry, thanks for your services. Liam Rideout, thanks for your services. Professional, but shocking. Not great. Not a good footballer. Not enough pace. I think you know my thoughts on Liam Rideout, and I can't say that I'm not happy about him departing the football club. Isaac, I've spoke about him. Harry Chapman. Now this is controversial because a lot of people are saying, I should keep him. He's a good player in the making, but where I know I could be an hypocrite because I've said, oh well, you could develop that into Wadsworth if there's a good player in there, whatever. But the thing is, there is a good player in Harry Chapman, but in the right system. I think he's been poor for Alexander because he can't hold the ball up. He's trying to do turns. He's not really got pace on the break. He don't really fit in anywhere for Alexander. So yeah, for me, it makes sense for both parties to go. He's had good spells, but ultimately, what will cost Harry Chapman, he's getting injured against Swindon last season. If he didn't get injured there, we finished the season strong because he hit form in his best position. He's always been playing as a 10. Left wing on a 4-2-3-1 possession-based side is brilliant, and he can easily next season in League 2 get close to double figures in goals and assists in the right team, because he's a brilliant footballer if he can find the end product, find the right system, find the right manager. Let's talk about then the club who have activated an option to extend the contracts by a further season. Now, when I first made the video, I was not ranting, but I was really disappointed about us only giving Pointer and Halliday 1 year. Halliday's been exceptional all season, 110% committed, desire, epitomises what it takes to wear claret number, and loves the club. You can see it. To give him a 1 year, I thought it were really harsh, but Alexander and Bobby Pointer, I'd second everything I said with Halliday, but Halliday's gone and won 6 awards as well. But Alexander said that we're looking into giving them longer term contracts. That was sort of as a cushion, if you like, giving them that year and, you know, just going through the precautions or whatever. So I think it does make sense, having been told. And this is the problem we talk about. The communication of the football club is shocking. It's like, why would you put out there that we've extended the contracts by a further season to your 2 main players in the retain list, and just saying that you only give him a year, especially with Bobby Pointon, who could be worth loads of money even if you sell him. You know, if you get a lot of money, I think a lot of fans wouldn't complain too much, although there would be in uproar. To only give him a 1 year would seem ridiculous. But the fact that it's been cleared up now that we are looking into longer contracts makes sense. But if we just got told that in the club statement, then there wouldn't be that panic. But yeah, so I'm on board with that. That's brilliant. I'll do a video if we do give them contract extensions from that further year that we've triggered. Then the following players triggered clauses during this season are Smallwood and Stubbs. Now I'm glad Smallwood's here. If he can play like he did in those last 7 games, he will be brilliant for us next season. But I do think we need competition there, but I don't have any problems with it. You know, we couldn't have done anything about it anyway because of the clause, but I think it's fantastic to have a character like him around. Same with Stubbs in some ways. I did say I'd release him, but I didn't know about I think it's appearances. And the funny thing is 26 games he played this season, did Sam Stubbs, and I think it would go down on games played, not starts. And if it's 25, it could be 20, but I think it probably could be 25 games. And the funny thing is that game that he played against Sutton could be the reason why he's ended up getting it by playing in midfield against Sutton, which is incredible, really, that's what's got him another contract. But I suppose it deserves it because he showed that character to step up and play there, whether he knew about the contract or not. But yeah, he's a good player to have around a team, good leader, good character, and he's a great player to step in if you need him. As a backup in League 2, there's not going to be better than him. Can he push on to be a starter? Because at the beginning of the season he was a starter and we consider him a League 1 player, so he definitely can start. It just depends how you'd see that backline shaping up next season. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments down below. Moving on then into the final section, I suppose the following players have been offered new terms with the club. Colin Doyle will also remain men's first team goalkeeping coach. Now, again, at first, before I listened to Alexander, I was questioning that, because I'm like, well, what does that mean? Does that mean that he's going to stay on as a coach and not as a player? What's happening there? What they should have said there was just to clear that up, but he's staying on as a player coach anyway now. Alexander cleared that up. They should have put, will also remain men's first team player goalkeeping coach. Then it's simple there. But yeah, Colin Doyle will be staying on, so he will be staying as a second choice goalkeeper, which I don't have too much of a problem with that, but do you? Let me know your thoughts. Jamie Walker, I'm pleased that he's been offered a new deal with a club, because I think with his injuries, they're all contact injuries. There's not a lot he can do with that. He's got the effort levels, the desire to play for Bradford City. He's got that character. He's important to every good run we have. He's playing in them. With him being offered a new deal, for me that says that it'll probably be a 1 year deal with a pay decrease. I can't see it being a 2 year deal and a pay increase, or 2 year deal and the same for a player who's injured and 31 in June. That wouldn't make sense to me. But maybe we would. I wouldn't have many problems with it, but it just won't make sense. But I would definitely want to keep him. And Matty Platt's so important to us. I've said it so many times. He's one of the most important players to Bradford City, and I would be gutted if he did not sign a new contract. Obviously, it's the only player it's really in the hands of is Matty Platt. If he doesn't sign a new contract, is he replaceable? Probably. But it would be very hard to replace a player so important to us. But yeah, so I don't have too many problems with it. Like I say, at first I was a bit confused by it, but yeah, we'll get into the second part of today's video then. I thought, let's just have a read of Twitter, the comments. Now there's 60 comments. I would easily go through them all, but do I have the time to? Would I bore you? Probably. So Ben says no more Rydal. No more Rydal. I agree, because it is a fact. Leon, as if you've released this a few days before your playoffs start. Hashtag Doncaster Rovers FC. Get a life, Leon. Get a life. It's a lovely sunny day. What is it? Nearly 20 degrees out. It's baking. It's brilliant. Go on a walk. Maybe just ease your mind, because there's clearly something going on there for you to be so bothered about us when you're in the playoffs. So get a life. Sportswear Dave. Brilliant is Sportswear Dave. If you don't know him, he's on Twitter. Does a lot of songs and turns the lyrics around, and it is brilliant. And he's a fan of the channel as well. Is Dave? The next step is to get Brad and Bobby 3 to 4 year contract, so they don't move on for next summer. Surprised Wadsworth going, as he looked good. Wouldn't have kept Doyle only as coach. Too old now to be backup bench keeper. Move on some contracted players next step urgently. It does look like Brad and Bobby 3 to 4 years, so he basically predicted that. So brilliant there from Dave. Sam Ellis, Rydal finally released, and it's a video. I mean, I shouldn't be really. It's two people in an ice cream who just slapped hands and are cheering quite excitedly. So I'm guessing he's very happy Rydal's left. Scrapman, still need to sell a few. Ashtail and a few others, transfer lift them, absolutely. Adam Swales telling that they have offered Walker a new deal and not taken up the option, lower terms. Absolutely, pointing his long-term deal. No more Rydal with Mourinho crying. I think it's a clip from when he was at Roma, but I won't be surprised if it's a clip from him from 2015. Sam, there's a lot of shams. There's a lot of Sams. I mix Sam and Shame together there. Shame about Chapman. He will smash. I'm getting all my S's mixed up. He will smash if he will smash it. Sorry. Oh my God. He will smash it if given regular game time. Bantam's online again. A regular commenter. Feel for Wadsworth, but strengthening the team would mean no opportunities for him, especially if budget has been increased. Waste of time lowering him to National League North. I suppose when you put in that context as well, it is probably a better move for him just to go and get game time. Scrapman again. We need a few contracted players gone. You basically put that, but he did put. I wonder if Odyssey will get a fresh start next season. We need a leaner, meaner squad. See what you did there, Scrapman. But Odyssey, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you would give him a better chance, more of a regular game time next season. Personally, I wouldn't. Releasing Wadsworth will bite us on the bottom. We'll say one day, give it 2-3 years, he'll be playing week in week out for a higher league club than us. I'll bookmark that, and it's been said in the video. So there you go, Morgan. I agree. I think it could bite us, but like someone else said in the comments, it could well go our way. It could well go Wadsworth way if it gets game time. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Are you disappointed that Chapman's gone? Do you think he'll do well elsewhere? What are your thoughts on the squad looking into the summer? Who do you want to see as recruit? I'll do a few videos on that later on in the month as well. Are you happy about the contract situation? How we've dealt with the contracts as well? Who we've released, who we've retained? Would you have kept Noah Wadsworth? Have you got faith in Alexander to give you the chance in the future that he is at the football club? What are your thoughts going into next season? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. Like the video if you did go on to do so, and subscribe if you're new. 10 subscribers away from 400. All the support is massively appreciated. Have a good one.